seen it. Hey, Rock, he's in the wall. Keep up the good work, baby. Stop down. Get the kid off it. Where's the line?
Hey, friendos, Steve here.
Now, Larson.
Welcome back to Going in Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to. On today's episode, we've got WWE Smackdown. Ooh, did Cody and Randy save the WrestleMania build? Because we've got a little bit of intrigue. We had blood tonight, Larson.
Yeah, lots of it, too. There was tons of blood at that the main event segment.
Yeah, man, he did not go easy with the razor blade.
No.
We have a couple other things also being set up, including more Sami Zayn on the road to being bad Sami Zayn.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He seems saying Sami is conflicted is putting it mildly.
Yeah, but usually when you're conflicted about, I don't know about you, Larson, but whenever I feel conflicted over something, I experience a complete and total personality change.
Oh yeah, you just give in to temptation, huh?
Oh yeah. I see a couple donuts right there. Oh, bad Steve comes out.
Like Emperor Palpatine walks up to you and it's like, hey, join the dark side. Yeah, all right.
Would you like some donuts?
Oh, that's
yes,
all it
I
takes,
do.
yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. Yes, sir.
Yes. It's one of those, a chocolate old fashioned, then yes.
Oh boy, I tell you, from the donut spot, let's go.
Let's go.
And then we had the return of Jelly Roll, who actually honestly did the best job selling the beatdown at Cody Rhodes when they were wiping the blood. Yes, thank you. When they were wiping the blood from him, he was like so in character. I thought it was a 10 out of 10, a WWE 10 out of 10.
Oh, wow. WWE 10 out of 10. A 15 out of 10 for AEW then, huh?
That's exactly that math adds up. Yes, it does.
Well, that's your math, not mine, honestly. Well, let's talk about the main event segment, contract signing. More often than not, contract signings end in violence. I don't know if we were anticipating the level of violence we saw. Cody was doing the Cody stuff. Hey, you're my buddy. You're my friend.
I love being a Cody boy.
I love you.
I mean, Randy boy.
Orton.
I love you, Randy.
I love you, Randy Orton.
Love you.
And Randy's immediately conflicted. The first thing he says is like, essentially, I was hoping this was going to be against Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Because it's obvious Randy just can't face anybody for the title. He needs to despise that person.
Yes. Yeah.
Personal animus is required.
Yeah, this is the
for
one
him to go to levels he needs to go to get that title. And you could tell he was conflicted. He didn't want to do this to his dude.
He didn't want to do it to his guy.
He didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
But those voices inside his head
Gotta do it.
made him do it.
They're like, eat that donut, baby. Eat the
Yeah.
donut. Yeah. And he ate it. Yeah.
And he did. And Cody ate some steps to the head, started bleeding all over the place.
That chair shot was rad. It's all, obviously like it's just chair on steel.
Yeah.
But still, it's such a great visual gimmick that they did. I like this. I like this a lot. I'm so talking about conflicted. I don't want to get into the fantasy booking bullshit. But part of me kind of wanted to see Cody strike first, knowing that this is the thing that kind of gets me. Cody knows, that he's going to do this shit. How
Cody
evil this guy
should know.
He has to. He's his boy. But he tries to oh no, we're good old dudes. We're buds. We're friends. This is love. Nothing but love here. But if Cody would have hit first, and then maybe Randy would have been, I wasn't going to be evil, but now I got to be evil. I think there could have been something interesting there, but they're going this route.
Steve, I think Randy used to have a shirt that said, what? 2 words. Strike first. Advice Cody maybe should have heeded, knowing Randy Orton as well as he does. Nonetheless, it's been a while since Randy's been a heel. Maybe Cody thinks, all right, Randall Keith, you've turned a corner here.
He's older, wiser.
Yeah.
But,
he took for granted that the Randy Orton we see, he's doing good work, but honestly, happy to be there, Randy Orton, for the last few years.
He's kind of an entertaining happy to be there.
He is.
Yeah.
Because he's got enough to keep himself motivated.
Yeah.
That's the key. I thought Randy's performance was awesome.
Same.
In terms of communicating. Everything I described earlier. I don't want to do this, but I have to do this. This is how I have to get in the headspace to do what I need to do to win this match. And the final image of him setting up that folding chair, looking at the title, putting it over his waist, and just sitting there and kind of soaking in that moment.
The framing
that
of that
the prize.
shot.
Yeah.
The framing of that shot where you can see the chaos to his side and he's blinders to it. He's like, yeah, I did that. But this
That's
here,
all that matters.
This is the prize.
That's all that
makes
matters.
the title feel important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you and I talk about it. We'll talk about it. Maybe we already talked about it either on tomorrow's show or on the Thursday show. I forget what, maybe it was, I don't know. But we talked about how this match, they're going to have Roman main event night 2. Just like last year, the night 1 main event is the more interesting one because of what we got tonight.
Yeah. And I guess the key
potentially.
The key is, we still have a month and change till Mania. Where do they build from here?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously the level of violence that we saw tonight sets a high bar.
Yeah.
Is this going to be some sort of stipulation match given what we saw? Some sort of no DQ, no holds barred type deal? Because after what we saw tonight, Cody bleeding all over the place and Randy bashing his head in with the chair, yeah, let's have a standard wrestling match. It doesn't really seem to fit the tone that was set tonight.
The original plan, as reported somewhere, supposed to be Hell in a Cell for Cody versus Drew, I think.
Yeah.
So I'd love, if the point of Hell in a Cell was when it matters, when it makes sense, then absolutely. When this being so personal between Cody and Randy now, my question to you is, you had mentioned this, it's been a while since we've seen heel Randy Orton, like real heel at Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Crowd was cheering him. They seem to have got to a certain point though, like when he bashed the chair on the steps. Maybe somebody can correct me. Maybe you can correct me. I don't recall hearing one more time from the crowd.
No, there was no one more time, but I didn't necessarily hear just the symphony of boos either.
No, they didn't, because it was cool, but they also sort of drew a line at, we just want this guy to be decapitated. Is the crowd going to buy into the story of Randy Orton being a bad guy, or are they just going to be like, this is really cool, this guy is super cool, and now he's doing really cool shit? And how do you combat that when, the audience is they can be a character sometimes. They can they can influence our reactions and what we see. You want to get that crowd on the same page as creative.
You do, but I guess it depends on how they frame Randy from this point forward. If it's strictly, he's a bad guy, he's a heel now through and through, as opposed to, I don't want to do it, but I have to do these bad things to get what I want, which is this title. It may seem like a minor delineation, but there's a delineation there. And I think if they go the latter approach, it's not so much, we need some people to boo Randy Orton because he's a deplorable human being. It's a more interesting take, I would think, if there is still conflict within Randy throughout this build to the Mania match and in the match itself. Imagine the situation where he's got to punt, or he thinks he needs to punt Cody to get the win. He's conflicted about doing it because, as we've seen as recently during the pandemic era, whenever Randy punted somebody, they were out. They were gone.
Yeah, that was it.
And so I think it's more important for the audience to buy into the story as opposed to whatever heel face dynamics they might want. And people are buying into the story and getting involved in the story. That's probably more important than trying to elicit boos from Randy doing nefarious things.
Well, you want the crowd to, like you said, buy into the story. And we've seen that, we make this reference quite a bit, the old bloodline stuff, where, the idea of good guys and bad guys was just kind of out the window. Mm-hmm. It was all just characters doing shit that was compelling. Mm-hmm. And I feel that's what needs to happen here. We need to see some complexity with Randy Orton, because you're right. The performance tonight was awesome. It was really great stuff.
It was really good.
And I don't know what kind of segments and promos and backstages, et cetera, that they are going to, execute at this point. But yeah, you would love some amount of, you want a bit of a roller coaster ride where it takes you a couple different ways. And I think it'd be great if we saw, Randy Orton. Cody is the guy. The thing that I love about this is out of everybody on the roster, then they have built this really well. Out of everybody on the roster, Cody's the guy that he wants to do this to least out of everybody. He should have some major issues doing this. And that needs to come out in a way where he's not just stone cold killer guy. He needs to be an emotional wreck. And that's where the most interesting stuff is, because then if you can get the audience to be kind of uncomfortable with what they're seeing, like, Jesus, this guy is breaking down in the middle of the ring over what he's done, even though he knows that in the end, this has to happen.
Yeah.
Then, as long as you don't get a crowd like tonight who are just like, what and everything they heard.
Yeah.
He's in the middle of the ring and they're like, what?
Yeah.
That sucks. But if you can do that, then the crowd usually, as we saw with the Bloodline stuff, one line, I don't give a damn what the tribal chief says. Whoa! Ooh. Crowd freaks out.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Worry less about cheers and boos and more about the twists and turns and the drama of the story. We saw a little bit of Randy, having some sort of emotional breakdown, sort of when he shoved Jelly Roll. He turns around, realized who he shoved. He's like, oh shit, this is too much. And he leaves. But that was an opportunity for him to steal himself so he can come back and destroy Cody Rhodes in the head with the chair.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that push and pull that's the interesting stuff, not him just doing nasty things for the sake of doing nasty things.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And hopefully they focus on that. I really hope so, because that's the interesting stuff.
Yeah. Next week, I want to see Jelly Roll come up to him and be like, hey, man, that was great what we did last night. I made voices, my own Jelly Roll version of voices. Use it for WrestleMania, man.
And Randy's like, I mean, where was that at SummerSlam?
I needed that at SummerSlam. RKO. Then he says, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for that one.
Yeah, but then he overdubs his own vocals over Jelly Roll's vocals.
Okay, that I would literally pay money. You want my $30 ESPN? Have Randy Orton sing his own theme song.
There we go.
That'd be great. Drew McIntyre also quit WWE. Dude, okay. I texted this to you, and is it just me, or does it feel like there's more heat between Drew and Aldis than there is Drew and Fatu?
I wonder if part of that stems from the fact that I think both of us really want to see Nick Aldis get back in the ring.
When Nick Aldis says, you know where I came from, I was like, oh, fuck. This guy's going to go.
Shirt, and he's still hella jacked.
He's going full NWA.
I'm going retro.
He's got the 10 pounds of gold on under the suit.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. And then when Drew faces off with him, Aldis ain't one of them little AW guys. This dude is solid 6'3" or whatever he is. He's a tall dude.
Aldis is probably taller than, 40% of the roster.
He's like eye to eye with Drew. I'm like, oh my God, let's get these. And then Fatu comes out. And you know me, dude. Yeah, I love Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, all gas, no brakes. Yeah.
And yes, you and I, we want to see Aldis in the ring. But when Aldis says, you know where I came from, I want to see this guy throw hands, Larson.
Yeah, same. I was excited about the prospect of that, but
even May back there wants to see.
Yep, she's voicing her opinion about seeing Nick Aldis versus Drew McIntyre throw down in the ring at WrestleMania.
That's right, Dad. I want to go see that.
Yeah.
So
Very excited about that. Didn't happen, and this doesn't seem to be happening. Well, no, heck.
It could.
Drew didn't quit. He showed up and cost Jacob Fatu his match against Trick Williams. And Nick Aldis then said, yeah, you versus Jacob next week. All right, they get that out of the way.
Get that out of the way. That match is done. Then you can focus on the real main event of WrestleMania, Aldis back in the ring.
Versus Drew McIntyre, yes.
Yes, man.
Or make 10 pounds of gold on the line.
10 pounds of gold on the line. Who's the NWA champion right now?
I don't know.
Is it Matt Cardona? No, he's with WWE.
No, it's WWE.
NWA
I have no idea. I haven't paid attention to NWA in a long time.
It is currently Silas Mason.
Is that Silas Young?
No, it's Silas Mason. Who is this guy? He looks straight out of 1987. This guy's amazing.
Oh, I guess
he
perfect
looks
for
like
NWA then, huh?
He looks like a Steve W guy. I'm gonna send him a picture. I'm gonna send you a picture. This guy is perfect. Yeah, he's perfect for the
Oh yeah,
NWA.
look at that, and the mullet and everything.
You got it? Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that guy's great.
I thought Silas Young had gone to NWA.
Is this guy part of the faction that was doing cocaine? Because
that was a little while ago.
That really should be a thing still. That was like the coolest thing they ever did.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. So yeah, good stuff. Good conversation. We're gonna get into all of SmackDown, the bits and pieces here in just a moment. We do have a sponsor for the show this week. Let's talk about them.
Let's do it. This episode of Going in Raw is sponsored by him. Steve, we're busy, right?
Yeah, we're busy, man. We got a lot of things going on.
We do. We got things to do, places to be, and I know you, especially you, don't want to be sitting around waiting.
Yeah, no.
Like in a waiting room.
Yeah.
Like in a waiting room for hair loss treatment.
Waiting for hair. Oh, come on, man. Gosh darn it. I mean, I don't want to wait. You not want to wait. And you, man, Dango Larson. You're the one who should be looking into Dango hair loss treatment.
You're lashing out at me. You always do this.
Yeah,
I mentioned thinning hair because that
too.
thinning hair you have under that hat there. Why don't you take your hat off?
No,
because it seems like your confidence is wrecked because thinning hair. But Hims won't wreck your schedule because they make expert care accessible, offering a range of prescription hair loss treatments with doctor-trusted ingredients that work to stop further hair loss and regrow your hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. And here's the best part. You can get Hims from the comfort of your home. From that couch right there behind you, Steve, you can get yourself some Hims.
That's my couch.
Yeah, you can be getting Hims on that couch. Hims brings expert care directly to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first. There are no hidden fees, no surprise costs, just real, personalized care on your schedule. So, for simple online access to personalized and affordable care for hair loss, ED, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/goinginraw. That's hims.com/goinginraw for your free online visit. hims.com/goinginraw.
Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information. Individual results may vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride. All right, man. So let's go ahead and just dig into this particular SmackDown. We'll start at the end with the contract signing. All this is backstage on the phone. This is earlier he's talking about Drew McIntyre and what was going on with that. We'll talk about that in a moment.
With Drew quitting, yeah.
Cody comes up with some ridiculous glasses. He says, I have to take this seriously, but as far as you're concerned, the contract. But then Sami walks up and he's like, I don't want this to turn to a thing. I just wanted to say congratulations. You did it. You're walking into Mania as champ, and I'm rooting for you. Cody's like, yeah, me either. But you said the same thing to Randy. Apparently, Cody watched the product.
Yeah.
He says, let's get to the root of it. If you want a shot from Randy, I'm sure you got one. Me, I haven't wrestled him yet, but if anyone deserves it, it's you. You want a title shot? Is this what this is? Then Sami says, I can't believe you would think so low of me. You know why I asked him? That's Randy Orton, a 14-time champion. There's nobody like him in the business. There never will be. I look up to Cody. He said, I look up to him, Cody. I don't look up to you. You know why? We're friends. Friends are equals, remember? Yeah, you may walk in again as champ, but we're equals. Don't talk down to me. But Cody's like, oh, God, this fucking guy. He said, I just spent the last week saying how you were magical, Sami. I do look up to you. I am inspired by you. What is this all about? You made your point. Don't need to look up to me. Don't look right here. And he smacks the title. And then he walks off. Sami's like, ah! Then Zelina and Alistair walk up. I think Sami had slapped another water bottle.
He did. That's the thing now. That's how he takes out his anger.
It's always a water bottle, which is it's a funny gimmick. So Black says, always chasing the title. Ever think it's not meant for you? And then Sami's like, you need to stay far, far away from me, Alistair. You understand?
It'd been funny if he said, you need to stay far, far, far away from me, Alistair. They're not even trying to make it seem like they're not doing the carrying cross thing.
No, it was a good role.
It was a good role.
Had to go to somebody.
Why couldn't it just stay with Karrion Kross?
Because, you can't have two guys doing the same thing. And Alistair's there.
Yeah, I know. Alistair could do something different.
But Kross isn't with the company anymore. So, you know.
That's the issue. Like, why don't you just keep Karrion Kross? He was doing a good job in this role.
Because you got Alistair Black there.
But Alistair wasn't there yet.
I don't know what to tell you. I'm here now. Yeah, appreciate me.
I do appreciate Alistair, but it's just odd. It's
because Kross was getting over Larson. That's why.
I guess so. So you have Alistair pretty much playing the role of fake Karrion Kross.
Yeah, he's cold. Nobody cares about him, so he's perfect for the role. Can't have some guy getting himself over Larson.
Isn't that what you... Anyways. So main event segment, you have Aldis there moderating the contract signing, at least at first. And he says, hey, first, some business. Drew, I guess didn't quit. Welcome back. Here's a gift for you. Get Jacob Fatu next week. Now we're going to sign contract. Here's Randy Orton. He comes out. Cody's next. So Cody, doing his Cody thing, talks about main event in WrestleMania. He says, when I left here, he tells a story about 2007. His first match was against Randy. And Randy main event in WrestleMania that year. And he says, and I left, but when I came back, I was all alone. My brother wasn't here. My wife didn't come with me, but I had you. And so he signs the contract. And Randy has the folio in front of him about to sign. He's like, gosh. He stands up, grabs the mic. And he says, I don't think you understand, Cody. I need this. I need this. And this wasn't supposed to be hard. This is supposed to be easy. This was supposed to be Drew. Almost like he's mad that Cody won. And Cody's like, let me get the weight off your shoulder. Essentially, he says, when the bell rings, we're going to go at it. The voices in your head are going to be talking. This is the best Randy we've ever saw. He really puts him over. And he says, when the bell rings, the final bell rings after that main event, I want you to know, I always love you.
I always love you.
And so Randy signs the contract. They hug. And then Randy slams Cody's head into the table, kicks him in the nuts, rips off his shirt, throws him out of the ring, just beats the hell out of him, smashes him in the face with the ring steps. And Cody's just pouring blood, just a ton of blood.
Yeah, he did a good job with that.
And then eventually Randy gets the bottom set of stairs and leans against the announce table and lays Cody's head in the kind of crevice there. And that's when Jelly Roll comes and intervenes. He's sitting ringside. And Randy pushes him. And he's like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? What did I just do? Because earlier in the show, and so he leaves, and security thinks, oh, everything's fine.
Yeah.
And then he comes back out, whoop-ah, destroys Cody in the head with a chair. And then that's when he grabs the title and sits in the... I like that. I noticed this is a good little touch from Randy. When he unfolded the chair, he made sure it wouldn't break when he sat in it.
Yeah, you don't want to look like an asshole.
No, he checked, make sure the constitution of the chair was intact, and then sat in it and put the belt across his waist. Really good shot to end the show.
He's a professional. He's a professional. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, really solid segment there. Really solid segment. Finally, we're on the road to WrestleMania.
It feels like it, yeah, huh?
Yeah, one guy who apparently wanted off the road to WrestleMania and then reconsidered if he ever actually really did quit. I don't think you just quit. Like, we sort of know you can't really just quit when you sign a contract. Like, you can go home, but they're going to freeze you. You can't go anywhere else.
No, you can't go anywhere else. Maybe Drew's like, hey, I got this movie I'm shooting, Highlander. Hollywood's a calling.
Oh, yeah.
I don't need this wrestling nonsense if it's such a thorn in my side.
Yeah. I've got myself a great agent. Yeah. So anyways, Drew McIntyre is in the ring. He opens the show. He's like, all this, you see what happened? My damn title was stolen from me. You couldn't help yourself. You had to make sure your golden boy got the title back. You're going to get out here and make it right. I'll be here all night. All this is so over this shit. He's like, there's nothing to make right. Part of being a champion is defending the belt, and I made you do that in a fair contest. You headbutted the ref, and it still didn't go your way. You're out here playing victim, looking for somebody to blame. You need to look at the consequences of your actions. But all this is pretty aggressive with his tone.
He is.
He says, aside from the fact Jacob got involved, and even though we had a deal, he had to make sure the corporate boy got his title, you corporate stooge. Drew was really good here, by the way, too.
He was.
So Aldis says, don't call me a stooge. He says, you know who I am, where I came from. He says, you want to talk Rumble and Chamber? Those two you screwed Cody out of. Real rich from the guy who says he keeps getting screwed. He did all he could to prevent Cody from getting a shot, and I know why. The first time he got one, he beat you. Ooh. So Drew storms into the ring, gets right up into Aldis' face. They're eye to eye. Aldis is tall. WWE size guy.
Yeah.
He says, you know it. I know it. This is bullshit. You're going to make this right or else. And Aldis doesn't have the mic to his face, but you can clearly lip read him say, or else what? And I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's go, Aldis.
Let's go. Throw hands.
And then this guy, Jacob Fatu, Sacramento's own, you know, probably the type of guy still wearing Sacramento's King gear, even though the Kings are down bad these days.
They don't have the worst record in the league anymore. They're tied for the worst record in the league.
Is it the Wizards?
Pacers.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, they're tanking. Anyways.
Evidently. Did they retain most of their pieces, even with Halliburton?
No. Miles Turner signed with Milwaukee.
Oh, Milwaukee?
Milwaukee, yeah. Okay. But then Indiana traded for Zubats, the Clippers, at the trade deadline, but Halliburton's still out. So I think they're tanking, getting a good pick. So then they'll have Zubats and Halliburton next season.
Goodness gracious.
So anyways, Jacob Fatu comes to the ring. I guess I got to do my thing here, yeah?
So in case anybody's new here, you don't know, I've often been, a lot of people compliment me on my impersonations. I could do a lot of voices, but there is one performance. I'm not going to call this a lowly impersonation, some comedic clown act. This is a Shakespearean rendition of Jacob Fatu. If you close your eyes, you will not know the difference between what you're about to hear and what we saw on television. This is Larson's performance of Jacob Fatu and his promo on SmackDown, March the 13th of the year 2026. Please.
All right.
Scene.
You know what I mean? Fix what? You wouldn't even be champion if it weren't for me. Let's face the facts. I fixed the situation last week, so Drew McIntyre is no longer champion. This is about him or Cody. Sorry. Line. So this isn't about him or Cody or anybody else. You're pointing fingers. You're blaming people, blaming the ref, blaming Nick. Let's keep it 100. I'm the one that screwed your ass. Let me break it down. What the hell are you going to do about it?
Great. Just great. I particularly like when you said, I'm the one that screwed your ass. I thought that was a very powerful statement there from Jacob Fatu / Larson.
Thank you.
Yes, very good. So Drew says, what am I going to do? Want to know what I'm going to do? All these people, I'm done with y'all. I quit. So he quits. He leaves, heads through the crowd, flips off the crowd. Then on social media, he says, I'm fucking out of here. He said the F word, but they bleeped it. So, yeah. So he's about to, so later on, we've got Aldis and Fatu chatting.
Yeah.
And
Fatu says, he said he quit. Aldis said. He said he quit. And Jacob says, he quits when I was going to whoop.
And then you hear, whoop what? The only thing you're whooping is Trick Williams. Get your own material. Grown folk talk. He says, when are you going to do your job, Aldis?
And Fatu says, man, shut your ass up. Do a job? Only job is you got me whooping your ass.
Great. And then Aldis like, calm down. He's like, and go ahead with Fatu.
So he says, so it ain't happening no more. Or am I getting disrespected more?
And then Aldis makes Trick versus Jacob for later. Trick's not happy about that. He's like, where's Trips? Who hired this guy? And
where's Trips? That was pretty good.
Trick is hilarious. He's so damn good.
So good.
And then Aldis says, one guy quit. Want to see two guys out of a job? Go get ready. And it looked like Aldis wanted to laugh because Trick said, you're something else, aren't you?
Yeah.
So
later on,
yeah.
Well, later on, Trick says, Nick Aldis needs to do his job. He had no business making this match. Jacob, want to call me out? I have a good mind to take these lemon pepper steppers off and slap the boogeyman off your ass or out of your ass. And then Sami walks up.
Yeah. And he says, no, keep talking. You talk so much lately. What happened? I thought you were going to put the company on your back, Mr. I can't get the job done. How's things with you? Saw you dropped a Chamber last week. Now you're going to get dropped by Jacob because you run your mouth and you can't back it up. That feeling you have? I know. You're embarrassed. You should be.
Wow. So Trick says, Sami, says, you're hitting hard. I know why, but you're lucky I got a match or I'd drop you.
Sami says, I'm here every weekend. I'm not that hard to find. See you around. The great thing about this is then Trick Williams, by winning this match, yes, thanks to Drew McIntyre, is shutting Sami up.
Yep. You got the job done.
So yeah, you had this match. It was the final match of the show, and Drew McIntyre came out of nowhere to take out Fatu while the ref was dealing with Trick. Rolls him back inside. Trick hits a trick shot, gets another one, gets the win. So it's a super protected win for Jacob. I'm sorry, loss for Jacob.
Yeah,
and a huge win for Trick.
Massive.
So afterwards, Drew hits Fatu with another Claymore after the match, and then Drew gives a thumbs down. Yeah. So yeah, I Trick and Sami is going to be really, really good stuff. It's going to be interesting how they go about building that over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Before we continue here, real quick, I want to bring this up. I was very disappointed today, Larson. Very disappointed indeed.
What happened?
I thought
It didn't come?
No, and in fact, it's not coming until the 16th. So I got to wait 3 more days.
Monday. You're going to have to go to the bar on a Monday night? You can't. That's Raw.
Oh. I can go after Raw. After our show, I can go to the bar. But I wanted to go this weekend. That's right. Because I've got on the way, coming soon, a lot of this melty merch. I got the I Watch Wrestling for the exploration of interpersonal dynamics between the characters shirt. I got the basketball jersey, which I can't wait to break your ankles wearing this jersey. And I got the black and white shirt. Also, I think I got a hat too. I forget. In any event.
Nary any melty items though, huh?
I didn't get a single melty item because I know, proof positive that if I wear this out, and yes, you can see this is a wedding ring on my finger, but I have full permission from my wife to go out and just test. Just see how many 7s out of 10s, 8 out of 10s, 9 out of 10s approach me wearing that merchandise. The melty stuff, that ain't going to do the job. Get a bunch of 2s and 3s, Larson. So, what I want from the Friendos, though, whether it's the melty merch right here, which you can get at friendoshop.com, use promo code Friendo2026. Do not pay full price.
Do not pay full price.
Don't do that. Or if you get this, I can go to this in a bar merch right here, the good stuff. Email us, friendoclub@gmail.com, with a picture of you wearing that stuff. If you're comfortable, put it on the show, and you can give us a personal testimonial, like you write it in the email.
Yeah.
Hey, I was out at the park wearing the interpersonal dynamic shirt. 3 7 out of 10s came up to me. Boom, done. I want to know the stories of what this merch is doing for you in your life. On the other hand, if you're unfortunate enough to buy this melty stuff, I want to hear stories like I was wearing this melty hoodie and I got tossed in a pond. Ow. With like duck shit in it? That's disgusting. Yeah, I got duck shit all over me. Because that's what's going to happen if you get the melty stuff.
Not at all. It's not going to happen.
Definitely going to happen.
Definitely not going to happen.
So, friendoshop.com. Use code Friendo2026.
Yes,
Also,
we got a Friendo Predictions Challenge coming up this weekend for the AEW Revolution. The form is up right now. I did my picks earlier today.
Oh, wow.
I might change them.
Oh,
who knows? It's
okay.
a little bit different. Cody set it up a little bit differently in terms of the confidence points and whatnot. Nonetheless, the form is available as mentioned. If you haven't signed up for the Friendo Club setup so you can participate in the predictions challenges, get the bonus episodes, access to the question threads. There's 2 ways to do it. If you're on the YouTube, it's real simple. You just hit join. That's it. Or you can go to patreon.com/Steven Larson. Get yourself the Friendo Club setup. Get access to all the same stuff.
Absolutely. Can't wait to hunker down and do those predictions because Revolution is coming up this Sunday. And we'll be doing our review of that live on Monday morning. So be sure, well, Monday afternoon for a lot of you. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notify bell so they know when we go live. It also sends you notifications for our hot takes threads as well. I got some super chats here. First up from Zarek, who says, Cody not going heel is smart, honestly. Sizzling Papaya says, Jellyhausen versus Ms. Kit.
No, we'll get to that later.
We've got Frolicious became a channel member. They clicked join.
Thank you.
28 months now for Frolicious. Says, I decided to finally buy my first Friendo merch, and no, I didn't use the code because I want y'all to have all the money as possible. Listen, we won't refund you.
Refund his order.
No, we're not gonna refund it. Not gonna do that.
Can we retroactively apply the promo code?
Can't do that. Frolicious says, I wanted y'all to have the money. We don't want the money. We'll take the money. We don't want the money. The Friendo code is there for you guys to get that 20%.
We say don't pay full price.
Don't pay full price.
Don't pay full price.
Andy here dropped 100 INR. I don't know. Rupees? Maybe the rupees. Says, hot take, the Mania build hasn't been as bad as last year despite the disorganization. Cody RKO, Punk Reigns, Balor Dom, and Steph Liv have been good. I wonder if some of it is like compared to last year. Last year we had a couple of really good builds. We had Cena's heel turn to the Chamber, so we didn't know we were going to get that night 2 main event. We had Naomi and Bianca. No, that wasn't the Mania build. We had Bianca, Rhea, and Io, which was a really fun build.
We had Naomi and Jade.
That was a fun build. And then we had what was the night one? Oh, and then the Punk Roman Seth stuff. We had a lot of really good builds earlier on in the year. So I wonder, hopefully now that we've got some good stuff, it'll start picking up.
Hope so.
Maggie with the super chat says, "Nice phone case, Steve. Where'd you get it? See, I'd already gotten this one here.
You talk trash about the melty merch, but you got the phone case that's full on melty.
Because I can put it in my pocket, then I won't get thrown in a pond.
You're not gonna get thrown in a pond anyways.
I probably will.
What are you doing walking around all these duck shit infested ponds?
I give the bread to the ducks. Come here, duck. And then I'm your bread.
I find it like not terribly believable that you frequent duck ponds to feed ducks bread.
I'm not there every day.
You make it sound like you are.
Every other day.
Still, that's a lot. How much bread do you go through? Giving those ducks.
Loaves. Riff Machine here has been a member.
With everything is you really do that?
We'll talk about it later. Riff Machine here, member of 52 months, says, "Thanks, friendos. Much love for y'all. Do for what you do for us.
Thank you.
Too sweet. Thank you very much.
Thank you."
A lot of people complimenting your performance of Jacob Fatu. Tom Wheeler saying, "Bravo, Larson. Bravo."
Thank you.
Levy says, "Wow, it's like the Samoan werewolf is really here with us."
Thank you. I appreciate everybody. I work really hard to get that.
Yeah.
Those performances spot on. Thank you.
Maggie says by bread, he means stale croutons. No. I save those for me. I love croutons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Over here on the Twitch, we got a sub here. I think this is Alto. Alto keeps changing his name. I think it's
he's got the heat on him.
Oh, could be. Alias.
Yeah. Yes. Alias.
Alias. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, let's move on with SmackDown.
Let's move on. So Jade had a match against Mia Yim. It didn't last that long. Jade wins.
Mm-hmm.
Hits a choke slam Jade to get the win. And then she drops a promo, says, "Hold up. Y'all seen that? That's what happens when people believe their own hype. All the women backstage know I'm around the hallways. When I'm all around the hallways, they get real quiet. There's a bug flying around. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
The world tells me I should be scared of one woman, Rhea Ripley. For some reason, I think, who? What for? I'm me. What am I afraid of? I don't see a threat. I ain't never been afraid of anything, and it doesn't start today. Rhea, I'm going to beat your ass come WrestleMania and show you why. I'm always on top." This brings out Rhea. So she comes to the ring, says, "You're out here running your mouth, and now you want to run from a fight. You're not the embodiment of female empowerment. You're not even a, but after WrestleMania, you're going to be my biatch."
Biatch.
And then later on, after commercial break, Rhea's backstage talking to Meech and be like, "Heck, great effort you put forth there, Mia Yim."
Yeah.
And then Mia Yim gets mad. It's like, "Well, you have a spot at WrestleMania. I don't."
Yeah.
And then B-Fab's like, she's just upset about the loss. "Thank you, Rhea."
Yeah. Yeah, come up to somebody right after they got their ass whooped. But then later on, we saw B-Fab and Jade talking backstage. It was in the, I know you wouldn't have noticed it because, of course, the Motor City Machine Guns were on screen, but it was back in the background of those guys.
No, I didn't notice it because I was all into what the Motor City Machine Guns were doing.
Right. So Yeah, I don't know what they're commiserating over.
Yeah, interesting.
Not sure.
Maybe they're going to form a tag team because we found some clarity, kind of, at least to some regard, about what's happening in the women's tag division. So Charlotte and Alexa were getting a tag title shot tonight, and before the match, the Bellas just show up, drop a promo, and say, "We got next. We came for gold, and we're next in line. We're going to challenge for the tag titles. Done." And of course, they're going to sit. They sat ringside for this match. You know where this is going.
Yeah.
Wonk finish.
Wonk finish.
So on the floor. So the Bellas are sitting next to commentary. Charlotte's looking to kick Nia. Nia move. Nikki Bella eats it. So then Nia takes out Charlotte and then drops Brie. I think she pushed Brie, and Brie kind of like tripped over the office chair she was sitting in and took a tumble.
Yeah.
So then Nia rolls Charlotte into the ring, misses a leg drop. Charlotte hits a super kick combo, tags in Alexa, natural selection. Alexa goes up for Twisted Bliss, but Brie rolls in and starts attacking Nia. And so Lash attacks Brie. And then Nia and Lash just lay out everybody. That leg drop thing they did towards the end.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was cool, huh?
That was super cool.
That was sick.
So then later on, Alexa and Charlotte are backstage. They're upset. And the Bellas say, "Where are you going?" And Alexa says, "Seeing your sister kicked in the face sucked, but we had it won." Charlotte says, "Sticking your noses where they don't belong. You cost us the titles." And Nikki says, "Nia and Lash came at us, and we were supposed to do nothing. We came back for the titles, and according to Aldis, we're next."
Yeah, this is just going to be a lot of people at WrestleMania.
It's going to be a lot of teams.
Yeah, which is cool, man. You know, it'll be a fucking fun match, I'll tell you what. We also had Julia and Tiffany Stratton starting their feud. So as usual, it was set up for Kiana James first to take on Tiffany Stratton because that's like the person... Julia has her own personal Dolph Ziggler, the person who...
Yeah. Kiana is Julia's gatekeeper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we have Kiana and Julia backstage. Kiana is like, "Hey, you talk a big game, that only gets you so far." They're talking to Stratton. Julia says, "You really think you deserve this title? You can't even beat Kiana. What makes you think you can beat me?" And I'm like, that's some shade because, like, you've eaten a lot of pins lately, Julia, and Kiana is getting this push.
I know.
So Kiana says, "Tonight," I mean, she did get stacked, but whatever. She says,
she
"Tonight,"
was at least in the chamber match.
She was in the chamber match. Says, "Tonight I shut you up," and proving that Tiffy time has expired. Well, Tiffany had her own backstage retort. She says, "Julia, keep hiding behind your secretary." And then meanwhile, Chelsea wheels up and says, "Well, look at what we have here." So Tiffany turns around and just rolls her off camera. Funny. And then she's screaming. She steals every scene she's in.
Chelsea's great.
And then Tiffany goes back to the camera and then just does her old Tiffy time thing. We have that match, and it was fun enough. Tiffany Stratton got the win. Chelsea goes to try to attack Tiffany Stratton. Julia prevents that. And then, we get a prettiest moonsault ever.
Yep. So your tag champions, MFTs, were facing the Wyatts with no tag titles on the line. So beforehand, MFTs are backstage, so those planned work perfectly. Wyatt's our number one contenders, and we still have the lantern. Says tonight we're going to take care of Rowan and Howdy. Tama, I need you to guard this with your life because without this, the Wyatts are nothing. So Tama Tonga's got the lantern. He's staring at it, and he hears Nakamura say, "Why are you here?" Or say something. So he turns around. And Tama asks him, "Why are you here?" And Nakamura says, "When will you decide to be your own man?" And Solo walks up and says, "Stay the hell away from my family before you get hurt." So Tama puts his sunglasses back on and walks off. They keep doing this thing where the Wyatts get their hand on the lantern and they just lose it right away.
Yeah. It's just, this is the most universe mode feud there is, because in universe mode, you got a feud and then it just does the same thing and it does the same thing and does the same thing. And then nothing really changes.
Yeah. Nothing has changed in this whole thing.
Yeah.
The Wyatts get the win.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nikki grabs the lantern. Solo yells at her. He eats the sister Abigail. So Howdy gets the pin, gets the win. So afterwards, Tonga just gets in the ring and takes out Howdy and takes the lantern back. That was it.
Yeah.
They could have a lantern on a pole match or a lantern ladder match at WrestleMania.
I mean, they honestly need to sign a contract that, like, whoever actually wins the lantern, they just keep it. The other people are not allowed to touch it.
Yeah.
Because it's boring. It's boring.
It's not doing anybody any favors.
No, it's not.
So then we go backstage immediately. We see Priest and Truth. And Truth says, Judgment Day looks different. We can't let our history cloud our judgment because they got a tag title shot. And Priest says, that's not Judgment Day. And Truth says, yeah, there's J.C. McDonough. Silly. He says he put on muscle. Priest says, when we face those guys, we're going to be tag champions. So Los Garza, your dudes step up.
My dudes.
And they say, we did all the work in the number one contender match. You came at the end and you won the match after we pinned at least one, if not two other teams. And Priest says, you're right. Then we wipe the floor with you. It all leads to a match happening. Before then, though, Jelly Roll walks up, talks to Truth for a bit. And then Randy walks up, and Jelly Roll says to him, I'm on Miz TV, any advice? And Randy says, he starts yapping, whoop his ass. They hug. They say, I love you to each other. And that's it.
Yeah.
Then we have, what should R-Truth and Damian Priest's team name be?
Oh, shit.
You got to get punishment in there somehow.
Oh, man. Shit, I was about to say, it's Wepa Truth. Because he's got the shirt. It's Wepa time.
Yeah.
It's Wepa Truth.
All right, there you go. Done. Sadly, no Los Garza finisher here.
No, I'm always denied.
In fact, we got the double finisher from Truth and Priest. They get the win.
It's funny. I love it because, like, we're going through this arduous chore of a feud between MFTs and Hout and fucking Wyatt's over the tag titles. I mean, it's over the lantern. Tag titles happen to be involved. In the end, though, we're going to get that finish on whoever has the tag titles because Priest and Truth are totally going to win those things. That's where the SmackDown tag division is.
Yeah. So we go backstage and Gargano's laying on the road case again. So Alex Shelley, of course, the Motor City Machine Guns there trying to cheer him up. And Candace says, I don't know what to do. And Shelley, again, of Motor City Machine Guns, says back to basics. And Candace says, you're right. She rolls him out when Chris Sabin, Shelley's partner in Motor City Machine Guns, comes up and it's like, oh, hey. And then Shelley says, of Motor City Machine Guns, hey, I'm ready for my apology. You saw the replay? Sabin of Motor City Machine Guns says, let me ask, why are you wasting your time with Johnny? Shelley says, he's human and we have history.
He's human. As opposed to what? He's human.
Sabin says, why are you helping a man who cost us the titles? I'm helping the Motor City Machine Guns. I got us a match. In fact, I got us a match next week against Fraxian. So Fraxian versus Motor City Machine Guns next week.
Stacking bodies.
And so Sabin says, hey, do you still believe in the Motor City Machine Guns? And Shelley's like, yeah. And Sabin says, next week, prove it.
Yeah.
Where does Chris Sabin get off on giving Alex Shelley shit about believing the Motor City Machine Guns when Alex Shelley's been Motor City Machine Guns for like 20 years?
These guys have been the Motor City Machine Guns since like the 1980s. Like, what the fuck? Where is this coming from?
I know. This is the most manufactured drama. Tease of the split in the Motor City Machine Guns. Come on now.
At the very least, it's drama for the Motor City Machine Guns, allowing the Motor City Machine Guns to end up on TV.
That's true. A story for Motor City Machine Guns. TV time for Motor City Machine Guns is better than no TV time for
Motor City
Machine Guns.
We had Jelly Roll on Miz TV. Miz was backstage with Danhausen. I'm sorry, Danhausen walks up and he says, "The Miz, hello, how are you? As my mentor, you can wear this best-selling shirt when you interview Jelly Jam." Miz is like, "Wait, you have your own shirt?" Danhausen's like, "Yeah, doesn't everybody?" Miz is like, "No, especially not in their first week. I got mine the first day. Anywho, we should do a good Nighthausen with Danhausen." And he's like, "I'll have my own celebrities, my own desk. It'll be great. We can replace Miz TV." And then Danhausen does. He's like, Miz is yelling at Danhausen, and Danhausen's like, "Really, really?" He does that shit.
Yeah.
And then he curses Miz. And then of course, yeah, I don't know about this particular curse because every episode of Miz TV ends in the same way: Miz getting his ass kicked. And that's what
Not
happened.
but like the thing where his mic cuts out at first.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. I
There's
feel
technical difficulties. So anyways.
Okay, didn't even know that happened. I wasn't paying attention.
All right.
Okay.
So Miz introduces Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll comes to the ring. And Miz tries to take credit for Jelly Roll losing a bunch of weight.
Yeah, yes, he does.
So there's some crap talk back and forth. Miz says something along the lines of, I liked you better when you were fat. Jelly Roll says, fat or skinny, I can still whoop your ass. And Miz is like, understand who you're in the ring with. I'm a locker room leader. And Jelly says, you're a locker room loser. This brings out Kit Wilson.
Hey, you know what, dude? I was kind of bothered by this. He's leaning too. They're trying not to get him over. Or sorry, they want him to stay a heel because he wasn't doing the toxic thing. He did it like once because it was becoming popular, and they don't want him to be popular.
Again, it's a silly thing. If someone's got a gimmick that's getting them over, just roll with it. Just roll with it.
Yeah, I guess they
just like saying, "Oh, this is your role, and you can only do this."
Well, like I get. Look, you want the guy to be a bad guy. I think there's room for both. I think you could do both things.
I think so.
But yeah, they were totally killing.
I know they were just really leaning into trying to get him over as a heel. He deems Jelly Roll toxic, so then Kit shoves Jelly Roll. Miz holds him up. Anyways, Miz ends up beating the right hand. Kit leaves the ring. And then we're backstage. Ilia and Apollo are watching. And Melo comes in. And Melo says to Ilia, I heard what you said last week. Maybe the open challenge is too much of a burden. And Ilia says, go ahead, Steve.
He says, you fight for opportunities. I fight every single minute. I'm stuck between two extremes. Complete confidence or ultimate self-doubt. It's the only way I live because I do not know peace.
That describes how I feel on the basketball court every week, man. Sometimes shot to shot.
Shot to shot. Just ultimate confidence. And then all of a sudden, just shot. And Melo says, yeah, dude, I'll be honest. I don't understand that at all. He said, I take shots. I make shots. And if you didn't give me the shot, I wouldn't be here. I need you to lock in. He says, maybe there's something more to this. Not waiting to fight me. And Ilia says, I can't fight you when I'm fighting myself, okay? Like, he does lack of confidence way better than Sami does.
I know.
This dude is so confident in his lack of confidence. It's great.
He's so intensely lacking confidence.
Yeah, Ilya's fucking fantastic. I love that
really
shit.
Good.
Yeah.
He's really good. So finally, we're backstage. Miz is with Kit Wilson. Says he needs to wake up. Don't worry. If it's a fight he wants, I'll talk to Aldis. Then Danhausen comes up and says, did Jimmy Jam knock out your teeth? If I was there, I could have defended your honor. You know what you need to do to reverse the curse? And then Miz looks away and starts talking crap, looks back. Danhausen's gone.
He's gone. Yeah. So, it's time now for us to answer questions. Now, so far, we're back live. We had some technical difficulties. We think we figured them out. But if the show cuts off during questions, that's just it. That's a show.
Sorry.
Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm just going to say that up front. Yeah. It should be fine for these last 10 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever we do.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Let's see. Alex Foster here says, if you got betrayed by your co-host, what celebrity would you want to hold your hand through the process?
Ilia. What wrestler? Wait, if I got betrayed by you?
Yeah, if I betrayed you, what celebrity?
Oh, I get it. Like Jelly Roll did. Okay.
Yeah.
What celebrity? Tom Jane.
You want Todd Parker?
Todd Parker. Yeah. He's been in so many things that I've loved. He was in The Expanse. I loved him in that. He was the Great Punisher. Yeah. Tom Jane. And I saw him at a couple Comic-Cons back in the day. He really loves comics.
Yeah.
He really loved being the Punisher. And at 9 a.m. once, before the doors even opened, before concessions opened, he had a plate of nachos. And I have no idea how he got those.
All right. I'm going to say Brian Cox because he has like one of the most soothing voices there is.
Amazing. Yeah,
just the most soothing voice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If I'm feeling terrible, just a couple words of wisdom from Brian Cox in that voice.
Yeah. My God, man. Sack up. Hey, did you see Matt Berry is hosting the Oscars?
No.
Yeah.
Really?
That's going to be good.
I had no idea.
Unless
Conan O'Brien
was
hosting.
fucking fake. Did I wait? Hold on,
Yeah, I
Matt
thought
Berry
Conan was
Oscars.
Conan was hosting.
Oh, okay. Wait a second. Not hosting. He's the announcer for the Oscars. Fuck. Conan's good though. I like Conan.
Yeah,
Conan's great. Oh, but they'll let Matt Berry do some funny shit though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should do it all as Jackie Daytona.
I know. Jackie Daytona. Dave Matushek with a super chat says, I am technically not a fan of Larson's Fatu impression. He sounds more like Kevin Nash in Paycheck Mode, but that's just me. Steve does a good Ilia, though. My Ilia is terrible. It's off. Ilia's really difficult to do. Also, on behalf of Larson, I'm going to block David now because that's just out of pocket. We have a thespian here of enormous magnitude.
At the same time, it was a super chat, so it's all right.
Yeah, no, I'll take the money. But I'm gonna push back hard on that one.
No, it's fine. Luis here says, what do you think about Bam's 83-point game and Dream starting 5 for the Kings next year with available free agents?
Dude, don't. It's just trash. It's gonna be all trash. Doesn't matter. It's trash. They put together a trash team. I want them to move to Seattle. Give guards. Seattle a team back.
All guards.
You know what?
All guards, and none of them can shoot a 3-pointer.
That's what they did this year. Let's do next year.
Isn't it crazy that Russell Westbrook has been the best player in the Kings for pretty much the entire season?
No, not really. No. I mean, if there's one thing about Russell, I don't know if his thing has ever been he phones it in.
No, he doesn't.
Right?
He plays hard every game. He seems like a great teammate.
I know. Yeah.
He doesn't have to play anymore, you know?
Yeah, he's been in it 18 years.
Yeah.
Does he take ill-advised shots? Yes. Often? Yes.
You know, I went to the game the other night. He got a triple-double.
No, he's awesome. Well, yeah, he had a whole season of triple-doubles.
Oh, I know. He's in a couple
10 years ago.
But yeah, he didn't really take bad shots. He played great.
I love Russell. I do.
Yeah, Russ is great.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah. He's too good for us, to be honest with you. Now, how about this? Just all bigs. Just like 5, 7-footers.
All 7, but not stretch.
No,
just clogging up the lane.
All trash.
Just clogging up the lane.
Just fucking 35.
A center on offense is a center on each block.
35 right? feet of trash. That's right. What I want for the Kings. Just 5 awkward white dudes that are 7 feet, man. That's what I want. Not European, American.
You want to, yeah.
Those Europeans are scary. They're hella good.
Hey,
I want these American
center,
dudes.
The dude they drafted this year is actually really good.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah. You think we'll get that Boozer kid? He's a hot prospect right now.
Yeah, he's one of the 3 that people are saying he's.
And then what is it? Peterson? Is that the other dude's name?
Yeah, and AJ.
I forget his name.
Yeah, those are the 3 dudes that people are saying are like.
Yeah.
Sure things.
Yeah, but we'll get our hands on him and we'll just turn him into trash.
Bill Dubs here says, where does celebrity match guy rank amongst main eventer, good hand, mid-carder, jobber, depth guy, etc. list?
Depends on the celebrity, I guess. But like your average normal celebrity?
I feel like if you're in a celebrity match, is that they trust you to guide the celebrity to put on a decent bout. So
wait, what's the question? What's the question?
Where does celebrity match guy? So not the celebrity themselves, the person that's facing the celebrity.
Oh, good hand. Good hand.
Yeah, I think that's even slightly above good hand because depending on the celebrity, if it's a high-profile celebrity, they got to be in the ring opposite someone equally high-profile. And you got to be a good hand, too. You got to be a good wrestler to guide the celebrity through the match.
I honestly feel like, hasn't lately depth guys been the celebrity match guys?
Well, I mean, like, look at
Jelly
Jelly
Roll's
Roll's
those dudes who are right there that don't win. They get the big high-profile losses. They beat decent people, but they always lose.
I don't know. It depends on the celebrity because, you know, Jelly Roll's match, he was in the ring with Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre and Logan Paul.
Yeah, that was weird. At the time, you had 1 attraction and 2 kind of main event guys, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I feel you. Would you like to blind power rank?
Sure. What do we got?
Pumpkin Savage has 7 killer movie robots.
Oh, this is a good one.
I knew you'd like this one.
7 you say, right?
The 7, I say.
All right.
All right, here we go. First up, I might put him number 1. Ed 209.
Ed 209.
There is one entry on here I don't know. Maybe you will, but I kind of suspect you won't. But we
I mean,
both
Ed
definitely
209
know
in
Ed
the end
209.
went out like a chump.
Like a chump. Eh?
So he got bested by RoboCop.
He
I
did.
don't know if RoboCop's going to be on this list. Maybe. These are robots, though, not
robots.
not androids.
There is one on here that has some human in them.
All right. I'll put Ed 209 at 5.
Okay, all right. Bottom part of middle. Next up, Ultron from Avengers Age of Ultron. Voiced by James Spader.
Yeah. Remember we saw him at the Radiohead show?
Yeah.
That movie was kind of like the weakest of all the Avengers movies, if memory serves.
I think I ended up liking it better than the first one, to be honest with you. But it took some getting used to.
I feel like there could be. I'll put Ultron at 4. I feel like there could be worse.
Yeah, Ultron, he was a deadly motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was much deadlier than fucking Ed 209.
Yeah.
Matushek, by the way, says, I'm so sorry for my comment. What do I do to get in Steve's good graces again? The 3 words. Old-fashioned chocolate.
Chocolate old-fashioned.
Chocolate old-fashioned.
Yeah.
There you go. Next up. This one I don't know. The Killbots from Chopping Mall? Oh, man. It's like, looks like some sort of old school-ish. When did this movie come out? In 1986.
Oh, is Maximilian from the Black Hole on this list?
You'll have to find out.
Oh, I hope so. That's the easy number 1 for me. I'm not familiar with the Killbots, so 6.
Okay. Next up, Mechagodzilla.
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
It's a good one, isn't it? In terms of the scale of destruction, it's got to be really high.
Yeah, that's why actually Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla is one of my favorite Godzilla movies. 1.
Okay.
Yeah,
Next
1.
up, the T-1000.
Made of liquid metal.
Liquid metal. It's a learning computer.
I mean, that's 2.
2, yeah. The T-800.
Which one was that one?
Arnold.
Arnold?
Yeah.
I mean, in the end, I guess 3.
Yeah, he got chumped out. What do you have left?
8 or 7, sorry.
7? At 7 is the only one on here that's got some human in them, and it's the Borg Queen from Star Trek First Contact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think you did a pretty good job on that
I
list.
think I did all right.
Yeah.
I think I did all right. All right, you want a blind power rank?
Yeah.
Let's see. You like science fiction movies. Let's do this from Eric Oathbreaker. Blind power rank these 6 science fiction movies.
I love science fiction movies. Go ahead.
Predator.
It's the Predator. I love Predator. I don't know if I'd really call it a sci-fi movie, but I guess it's got sci-fi elements. Predator is, after all, an alien.
Yeah.
I like that movie a lot. I don't know exactly what's going to happen here, so naturally I'm going to run to the middle. A lot of quotables there in the Predator movie. I'll go number 4 because I don't know what the hell else is going to be on this list.
Okay. Next up, I'm going to change up the order here a little bit. Lost in Space from 1998.
6.
Yeah, that movie was not good.
I never even saw that movie, but I heard it was trash.
Bad.
Yeah.
Next up, let's do Event Horizon.
Fucking love that movie.
Yeah,
that is a sci-fi movie. That is a fucking killer movie. Event Horizon, I recommend it highly. I don't know what else on this list. I'm going to go number 2.
All right. Next one here. I like this movie that I'm about to mention here. It's kind of sci-fi, but also kind of fantasy. I don't know if you've ever seen it. Krull.
Oh, I remember Krull. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen it, but I like the little hand weapon the dude has.
Yeah,
that
it was
like
neat.
It's on the box art. I don't know much about it. What was it rated R? Was there nudity in it?
Not that I recall. I used to watch it a lot as a kid, so probably not.
Okay. Well, we're 80s kids.
Yeah.
I just don't know much about it, so I'm going to go number 5 with Crawl.
All right. What do you have left?
1 and 3.
All right. Let's go with The Martian.
The Martian. Hey, I like The Martian. That's a solid flick right there. I don't know what this last one's going to be. I suspect because you're holding off on it, it's going to be trash. Either way, it's going to be 1 or 3. I'm okay putting The Martian at number 1, though, because he makes a whole fucking thing out of potatoes.
It doesn't really seem that believable, though. Anyways, what do you have at number 3? Number 3 is Aliens.
You know what? I probably 3 and 4 can change spots. Alien, the first. I'm an Alien guy.
Mm-hmm.
Aliens. It's kind of like it's funny because the different. Well, I'm not going to go there. But I started to watch the second one because everybody's like, "Hey, it's a much different movie. It's like an action movie as opposed to a horror movie."
Yeah.
Couldn't get into it. I tried. Couldn't get into it.
Yeah. No, but, Alien, in my estimation, is a more interesting cinematic.
That's a fucking movie, dude.
Endeavor.
That's like the Godfather of sci-fi horror movies.
Gosh, it's so good.
It's so good. Yeah. Fucking hey. The cast. Oh my God.
Amazing.
Yaphet Kotto. Jesus. You know he was going to be Captain Picard?
Really?
Yes. Isn't that wild? Yeah. He was on the short list for Captain Picard. Wouldn't that have been fucking cool?
That'd been awesome.
Yeah, right? Anyways, that's going to do it for the show today. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We appreciate it. Tomorrow, we've got a count-out coming up. Top 10 things we want to see at WrestleMania this year. The only thing not on there that I wish we put on there that I thought to put on there, Aldis versus Drew. It's not on the list. But
maybe they're saving that for Mania next year.
Oh, I hope. Let's get Aldis back in the ring. Anyways, till next time, we'll see you guys around.
Goodbye.